All right, guys. Hopefully I'm in shot. Welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So today we are going to make a bracelet similar to this. I haven't done this one on a video yet, so I figured I would show you. These are two that I made. So I just got some new spacer bars in, so I want to try them. So I've put my beads out, and I am using memory wire. So I'm gonna put one strand on, and that way I'll know for sure if it's going to fit, because if I hold this on here like that, it should fit and have a little bit of an overhang for us to make our loop, so I can put a clasp in there. So I'm hoping, by doing it this way, hopefully I don't screw it up. So, yeah, I'm just going to, all right, I'm going to make a loop on one end. I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to, just to be on the safe side, so my beads don't fall off on one end. So I'm going to make my loop. Let me see, which way did I do these loops? I did these ones on the outside. I'm going to try turning these on the inside. And I'm going to use the smallest of the bales on here. I probably should have made it a little bit longer, but we'll see. And hopefully I can stay in frame for you guys. So basically the only tools that we're going to need are my bent nose or regular pliers and my bale pliers. So I did take one bead off. I just want that to be nice and tight, like that. And if it pokes out on the other side, just kind of squeeze it so that it's not. And then when you look down, you shouldn't even see the hoop. Okay, so I'm going to start, and I'm just going to pick the beads from one end and work my way around. And hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. And I will show you the beads that I got. I was getting frustrated because I only had certain colors. All right, so now this is a 2-hole prong. So we're going to put one side of this on because I want that to be towards the bottom. And then if I could hang on to things, I'd be doing okay. I have my door shut because I have my my jewelry stuff upstairs, and I can hear my dog sniffing at the door because I got the door closed so that any noise, from the living room wouldn't get picked up on camera. And then once I get to the halfway point, which is the center bar, which is a 4-hole bar, but we're only going to use the 2 outside holes. It's going to be close. All right, so now we're just going to put the outside hole through. And I need to take something to ream out the other side here. All right. So we're going to put this, and these spacer bars came in a little kit like this. So it's got really big ones, medium, and some small. All right, so I think that's going to be okay because I still want to put a clasp. So yeah, we're just going to, and then I'm just going to continue feeding the beads on this side. And find the hole. And I did buy this board, which really helps. And I also have another like work area. So let me get this one strung, and then I will show you the beads. And this does have, I know it's gold and we're doing silver, but it just has like a little speckles of gold through it. And it just was a lighter shade. And then we're going to pick up our stainless steel, well, not stainless steel, but the round one. We're going to put our other, all right, I want to make sure I get them all going in the right direction. My goodness. And then we're going to put 2 of these lighter, these are a lighter green. They look clear, but they're actually, they have a hint of green in them. All right, so could have been a little bit longer, but we're going to go with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my finger as my marker and hopefully get no, I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter. And I'm doing it facing down because they will fly in your face. So right at the end where you can't feel it, and then we're just going to twist and then just keep turning until that is closed. And then I just take my bent nose and give it a squeeze in. So there is 1/2 of our bracelet. All right, so before I forget, these are the beads. These are actually the beads that I'm using on this particular bracelet. I use these, and some of these. So this came in a set. It was these colors, these one, these, and one metallic. So this came as a set. I think it says 144. I don't know. I will put the link in the description for these. They weren't that expensive compared to some of them, and they are glass beads. So, they're not plastic. All right, so I got that loop nice and closed first try. Okay, so now I just got to space these so that I know that's when to put the wire through the spacer bar. So we're gonna start with the 2 light green, and then our silver. Now we're gonna pick up our bracelet, and we're gonna slide it through this. And that might be too big of a bar, but I didn't have anything smaller. All right. So now we'll have a bead on each side. We'll put these beads on. Oh. Do you know how many times I have to get down and go underneath my desk to find my beads I dropped? Too many. And then we're gonna have our 2 darker ones. Our silver, and then we're gonna go through the outside of this middle one. So we're just, even though there's 2 holes in the middle, we're just going through the outside. And then we will just continue with our beads. So these type of bracelets are really easy, but make a statement. And then we're gonna put our 1 silver bead, and then we're gonna put it through the outside of this last band. So that is our bracelet so far. So doing it this way, it definitely gives you a different look. And I'll show, because I used more medium-sized beads on this, because I wanted to try something a little bit different. All right. And we're going to cut about there. And we're going to roll this one in. And you want to make sure that your loops are closed. And did I just lose a bead? No, it must have been an extra one. But that's how that's going to sit. Now, I left more of a gap, so I have got to, oh, I did lose a bead. I'm like, I thought I felt one fall off. Oh, it broke because they're glass. Crud. How am I going to fix this now? All right, I'm going to open that. We're going to put that one back on. Bend that and then give it a squeeze. Oh. And I just broke that. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I guess this is going to be my bracelet. Let me get my round nose. Maybe that will work better. Bend that back. Now, normally you would want to make sure that your loops are the same size. Obviously, mine are not going to be, but there we go. All right. Whew. So there's this one. Then I made this one with bigger beads on it. So it gives you a different look. And then I made this with more metal spacers and less beads. So they're so versatile that you can do pretty much anything you want with them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make me a couple of lengths. I'm gonna use this particular design because I like the way these bracelets sit. And this is stainless steel, but it's called stainless steel soft wire. So you still need your memory wire cutters for this. And I am gonna do about 1.5 inches lengths. Let me see how many I can get out of this piece. So I'm thinking maybe 2 on each side will be enough. Like I said, guys, I'm still learning at this stuff. I'm just kind of sharing some of my ideas. Now that piece went flying. All right, so we're gonna take and we're gonna do the third size. So what I do is I kind of put it in the middle like this, and then we're gonna bend them up. So I'm just gonna do that. And actually, I like it. I do better pushing them down than up. And if you don't get it right in the middle, just move one over and then do the other one. I'll see how that's off a little. I'm going to open this side up and we'll push this side over, and now they're even. Okay. So on this first one, we're going to use the small bail, and I'm just going to roll that right around. Make a loop, and we'll do the same on this side. So this is the starting piece, and then we're only going to do one at a time. So I'm going to take my pliers, I'm going to straighten them out, squeeze them in, and then we're going to pinch it together. So that is our starting little link. So on these three, I'm just going to make a loop on one side of each of them. And then once I'll show you how we're gonna link them. Straighten it, squeeze it, and then we're gonna take this and we're gonna feed it through. You wanna make sure that your hooks, your round circles are going the same way. If it's going under, then they're going under. And then we're gonna take this one and we're gonna roll this one back and close that one off. So we're just gonna straighten them a little bit, and then we're gonna pinch it together. Now, let's see if this is going to give us, yeah, I think that will work. 2 on one side. So I'm gonna take a jump ring, and I'm using these because these are stainless steel, so they'll all be the same metals. So I'm gonna feed this through the 2 loops and through the 2 loops on one side of the bracelet. And then I'll take my other regular pliers, and we're just gonna go rock them back and forth. Like that, so it's closed. So now we have a little bit of chain length. So we're gonna put these 2 together and put that on the other side. We're gonna do the same thing. So because I need a starter piece, I'm gonna close this one. I'm gonna straighten those out. They're both closed. We're gonna squeeze them in. And then we're gonna feed this through. Now you can use your round nose pliers too, but I figured if I used this, then I would make sure that my loops were the same size. And we're gonna get another jump ring out. And we're gonna feed it through the 2. I'm gonna try to hold this a little bit better. And then we're gonna put it through, and I'm gonna put it this way. Because I want, hang on, I want this to be the part facing down. We're gonna go in this way, and that way our chains are gonna be going the same way. Are you kidding me right now? Wow. All right, I think I need another coffee. I think that I definitely am gonna need a coffee here, because I can't seem to hang on to a dang thing. All right, and that's the outside, so we want to go this way. And okay, so now we have our 2 chain lengths. So now I've just got to make a hook to put on there. So I'm going to take another piece of this 20 gauge, and we're just going to straighten a little, cut it, and let's see, which way do I want to make it? Let's see. I'm just going to fold that right in half. And then we're going to squeeze give that a little squeeze. And I'm gonna, all right, so we're gonna take this and the second biggest, and I'm going to fold that over like this. So we have a hook, and it's going to be soft. And then I'm just going to take the tip of my pliers, and we're just going to flick it up just a little bit. And then I'm going to try to cut these so that they're even. Okay. And we're going to make a loop. I'm going to use the second biggest one, and I'm going to bend this back, but not completely close it yet. And then I'm going to put it on my hook, on my chain link. So that, and this way here, you can put the clasp up or you can put it down. I'm going to put it up. And then I'm going to take my round nose, and we are going to close our circles. I'm going to do them one at a time. So I've got them close. I'm just going to bend those in. Take my bent nose, Just want them back up on the wire. And then this is just going to snip in here, and then you can squeeze this down like that. So when you put it on, it will be easy to clasp. It's just figuring out what works for you, like that. And then you just pinch it in, and now you have your completed bracelet. So normally I would have brought the beads out more, but because I didn't want to restring it, I just chose to do it this way, and it just makes it a little different. But now you don't have a sharp point here. Your clasp, if it lays over, kind of matches your loops. So yeah, because this one here, this is my chain link, and there's my circle. It came off and I was in bed and I put it back on, and that's how I did it. And I actually like it like that. So I'm just leaving the little loopy thing there. But yeah, so yeah, that's our cute little bracelet. And then when you want to take it off, you just unclasp it. And now you have a bracelet. So this is a way, if you made it longer and it, you know, it overlapped, you wouldn't have to even do anything because it's memory wire. But I still find them a little flimsy. Like these ones I didn't put any clasp on. These are the chakra. This is the third eye with the amethyst beads to activate the third eye. So it just overlaps a little bit there. But I mean, if you caught it, it could pull off. So I like to put some sort of a clasp, but not everybody, you know, wants a clasp. So I did this one. I'm going to restring half of this one, or I'll probably end up making the whole thing, because I put this on, but I don't like the way it's sitting. Because when you put it on your wrist, it doesn't lay flat because it's in that wire. So, I mean, I suppose I could try to bend that wire. There is enough, but yeah, I'm just going to redo it, and I'll put just a little hook, a little circle thingy. What are they called? Yeah, one of these. Why can I not think of the word? One of these, and then I'll attach this to that. So yeah, because this one I had a bead that had a dangle, and I don't have many of these, so I figured I would try something different on this one. So this one here is the solar plexus. I believe this is the solar plexus. And then this is the third eye. So I'm going to be making all 7, and they'll all be a little different. But even with the charms on them, you still could put them on together and they would still be really cute and stackable. So yeah. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And I did get some other beads too. So I got some of these. And I got these ones at Hobby Lobby when I ordered my mix-to-mold. And these are kind of like a barrel. And then these are just like black and pink. They're really cute. And they're just, you know, glass beads. And these ones are African turquoise jasper. And I love these. So yeah. Now I have plenty of beads to do. So hopefully you enjoyed that and it inspires you to create something. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.